live from Baltimore Comic-Con 2019. I'm here with Brian Covington. He is an author of this novel right here, Between Magic and Dreams. We'll go ahead. Oh, that's not going to even show there. I'm going to hold it up here so everybody gets a chance to see it. Brian, you're a native of Montgomery, Alabama, and I learned that not by asking you questions, but by holding this up and looking at the back of this book.
Keen eye.
Tell me, Brian, what is Between Magic and Dreams?
Well, Between Magic and Dreams is a sci-fi fantasy piece, and it's about a college student who's fighting to preserve our reality during the rebirth of forgotten times through a phenomenon called the New Light.
Okay, and this new light, it is awakening new things.
Yeah,
that's what it seems like. New light.
Actually, you know what, you're pretty much on it. Basically, it's light that's coming through the atmosphere that normally does not come through, and is kind of based on the idea of what would happen if said light would have reached the earth and see what happens, through that light.
Fantastic. Now, with this book, what are your literary influences, so people can get an idea of what has formulated your style, so if they'd be interested in this book?
It's pretty vast. My mom was a prolific reader, and so I got exposed to a lot of books and lots of different movies, and she even introduced me to sci-fi and fantasy. So it's everything. So I got exposed to a lot of books and lots of different movies, and she even introduced me to.
That's the JB Bluetooth speaker that decided it was going to pick us up mid-interview. But
technology.
I'll tell you what.
Yeah.
You know what that is right there?
That?
That is a confirmation that our sound is good. You sounded nice and bright and clear.
I agree. But yeah, my mom exposed me to all this stuff early on. So it's everything from Star Wars, Dune to Dark Crystal, and I mean it's everywhere. So I can't pick any one influence. I think the whole mishmash kind of lets you be free enough to come up with your own stuff.
That's incredible. And all those references you mentioned are definitely things that are up our audience's alley. So you wrote this book. Is this your first book?
Yeah. Well, technically it's my second. The first one I wrote like in high school, and that's lost to the sands of time. But this one, this is actually my first published piece.
All right. And the process for you was a long, arduous process of writing and rewriting, editing and narrowing it down, or did it kind of just flow out of your mind and hit the page running?
I wish it was like a smooth, easy process. Actually, there was a 90-day course that was offered online by Black Sands Entertainment, and he was saying, if you follow the instructions to the letter, by the end of this 3 months, you should have a book. I've been sitting on this idea for 15 years, so it's like, if I don't do it now, it's my own fault.
Right.
So I jumped in with both feet, knocked out, I think it was 1,000 words a day as long as I could. And I hit the goal and surpassed it. And after that, which I come to find writing was the easy part, there was finding editing and layout, which I didn't know was a thing. I luckily got one of my favorite artists to do the cover. So the writing process took 3 months, but everything after about a month. So I can see how it could have taken a lot longer if I was trying to do it all myself.
And Brian, this is an absolutely gorgeous cover. You said you got one of your favorite artists to do cover. Tell us a little bit about this cover art.
Well, it's done by an artist named Hector. Actually, you can look him up on DeviantArt as Elsvia. And his work is amazing. I've been following him for years. And when he agreed to do this cover, it blew my mind. And I jumped on it. And I was like, dude, you got to be like the face of my series. So he's thrilled about doing that, the website art, and he's locked in for book 2. So it's great. And all I did was give him some reference material because I'm an artist myself, and sent him the layout of how I wanted it to go. He knocked it out beautifully. And he even added, as you can see on the back, a second perspective, which goes directly in line with the story of the book.
There you go. It's you get the young man facing the wizard gnome, and the wizard gnome facing the young man. I don't know if he's a wizard gnome. He looks like a wizard gnome. That too. See, you look at this book and you get a feel for what it is. That's exactly why. That's exactly why I invited you over here this morning to have a little chat with us. Tell us a little bit more about Black Sands Entertainment, what they're doing over there.
Well, Black Sands Entertainment is a company I actually stumbled onto at Dragon Con, which is normally the only con I go to because it's close.
The beauty of conventions, my friend.
I know, man. I know. And they actually have a few different series. One very child-friendly series called Maury's Family Adventures. It's a children's book about this family that goes around and actually, sees different countries and whatnot. And it's something that's often talked about, but you see it on TV, but it's like, man, people don't really do that. And he's kind of putting that out there, like, yeah, we all kind of take these trips and go see these different places. Moreover, there's Black Sands, which is his original comic series. Beautifully drawn. It's like I would say a combination of Avatar and Boondocks kind of stuff.
That's exactly what I said when I walked over there. I was looking at it. I was like, this looks like Boondocks mixed with and he said Avatar, and I was like, that's exactly what I was gonna say.
I mean, it's beautifully done and it's consistent. You know, I mean, a lot of times,
really good looking book.
Yeah, you get a comic that looks like it's okay in the beginning, and then it kind of gets weird near the.
And then by issue 3, you're like, who's the same guy still drawing?
Stop switching artists,
right?
But yeah, the storyline is awesome. The artwork is incredible, and they're up to issue 5 now. So, being a fan, I went and I got them all already. But it's great stuff and definitely worth checking out.
That's awesome. And you are here at Baltimore Comic-Con today.
Yeah,
this is the final day. Sunday. What booth number are you at over in the Artist Alley?
I wish I could tell you, man.
Oh,
because
you gotta look for, if you're here and you're in Artist Alley, look for Black Sands Entertainment. Brian will be there selling his wares, which is Between Magic and Dreams. You can tell he's obviously proud of this project.
I love it.
Passion
I love
project.
It. But I'm biased, so I mean,
hey man, that's great. Tell me, this is a comic book convention, right? You came here with a novel. But you have to realize there's crossover appeal in order to be promoting in this manner. What are the comic books that you're into?
Man, well, currently I'm doing the whole XMen series right now. Because I'm pretty sure you're up on what they're doing. The guy.
Hey guys, am I up on the new current XMen series?
Is he an X-Men guy?
I've been consistently saying for the past 2 months that it's the greatest comic book that has ever existed.
Well, I have a question for you then.
All right.
So Golden Balls, right?
Gold Balls, my friend. Yeah.
So is he going to be, do you feel like the entrance of basically, okay, we're going to reboot everything and it's going to be through this guy?
I don't feel like they're going to reboot everything and it's going to be through that guy. I have a theory on as to why Jonathan Hickman put the line in the. Have you read the entire 6 issues of each?
I have not read the last one because I've been like, what?
Get on it.
Focus on this.
Get on that. I would say I don't want to spoil that for you.
Okay, good, nice.
But there is a plug he can pull to let the bathwater out of the entire Marvel universe before it's refilled with something else. All right, and he's designed that in there. But with Gold Balls, all I really want from Gold Balls at this point is to have Cyclops tell him to do something and for him to be like, you came for my balls. I just want that. That's all I want. Because it's true. And there's no way he can deny it.
Yeah.
I think Hickman's done a really great job creating a story that really is unique and at the same time nostalgic. It feels... you're seeing everything old, but it still feels new every time, and that's something that's hard to do. But yeah, that's been my bread and butter as far as I've been reviewing that. It's been getting some good clicks for our channel, so we've been doing a good job. Everybody that is watching this or that it will be watching this knows that Jonathan Hickman's X-Men. That's where I live and die.
I got you. I feel you.
Right, and we got a lot of pop culture stuff at these cons now. Everybody has their favorite pop culture stuff that doesn't necessarily fall in that comic book category. Stuff like G.I. Joe, Ninja Turtles, Transformers. What were the things growing up that you were like nerding out about?
Oh man,
as a young Brian Covington.
There's so many weird things that I think that would fall in there. All right, so I don't know if you remember, how now they make these toys. Toys are okay, but even the little ones that they say are collectible, they basically just like throw away plastic. Do you remember Army Ants?
Yeah.
Man, I broke the bank. Every time I possibly could, I went and I got a new Army Ant, and there were so many and so well done. Thanks, Dad. Those things ended up in a landfill. But the die-cast Transformers before they went plastic, I love those. And man, oh, I think those are two of the biggest. Because once you start spinning off from there, it gets weird, like Garbage Pail Kid kind of stuff.
That's awesome. I've got some information for you, Mr. Covington.
Okay.
And that's you can check out Black Sands Entertainment here at the Baltimore Comic Con in Artist Alley at booths A187 and booth A188. 187. That, come on.
I know, right? It's gangster. I should have known
gangster.
that.
How do you forget that? The website is in the description below, so you can order these things on the website, correct?
Yep.
You guys don't even need to be at Baltimore Comic Con. Just order this book and order Black Sands and support this company. They seem to be doing some really great stuff. Brian, I'm gonna let you get out of here. I know that we got a long day ahead of us. The con has not even opened yet, but I want to again plug this book for you. That is Between Magic and Dreams. Thank you, JB. Wonderful fantasy novel here from our friend Brian Covington. Thank you so much for your time. You got you on social media, Instagram, anything
Facebook
you want to plug?
Instagram, yeah.
Facebook and Instagram at Brian Covington.
It's Between Magic and Dreams.
Between Magic and Dreams on Instagram.
Yep.
So check that out, our Instagram followers and friends. Thank you so much, Brian. Thanks for stopping by.
A real pleasure. Thank you for having me.
I appreciate you giving us our time and letting us plug your book, man.
Thank you, man.
All right, guys, we'll be back with more.
Yay.
Thank you